Okay, so how you doing, guys? My name is Seth, spiritual and business consultant. Man, I haven't prepared anything here for this video. I haven't prepared anything for this video. I just thought this was kind of interesting, man. What is the name of this person? So there's this like psychologist on YouTube, Dr. Ramani. Narcissism, NPD, and narcissistic abuse. Join my next workshop, August 14th. She has a book, and she has like 722K subscribers, and her videos are pretty fucking popular. I mean, like she has like millions of views on some of her fucking videos. The only thing is, I'm kind of like off. There's something off about this person. There's something that throws me way the fuck off. I mean, like really off. This person throws me really off. There's something sus about this. There's something very sus here. Supposedly she's a psychologist, man. But the thing is, if you go on her channel, let's see what's on her channel, man. How social media revolutionizes narcissistic supply. The narcissist never-ending pursuit of social status. The narcissist versus the shadow self. Or people who gossip narcissists. Narcissism and insulting the crocodile. How culture can enable narcissism. Why are narcissists so stingy when it comes to money? When enablers blame the narcissist's difficult childhood. When you try to empathize with the narcissist. The difficult path out of a narcissistic relationship. Narcissism is an illness, fact versus fiction. Healthy versus narcissistic relationship. When enablers say you're being too sensitive, hang time in narcissistic relationships. How to firewall the narcissist. The science of aggression and narcissism. When the invisible child grows up. I don't know what the fuck that means. When narcissists become jealous of your success, right? Okay. Narcissistic hindsight. Explaining narcissism using the Carl Craved method, whatever. How word from a narcissist can break your psyche. And this goes on for fucking ever. I mean, like, wow. And it just keeps going. It keeps, there's, I can't even, I'm baffled that she found that many titles, including the word narcissist in it, for her videos. I mean, it's beyond the concentric circle of narcissism. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know what that means. Gaslight by a therapist. Gaslighted by your therapist. I am definitely being gaslighted by you, Miss Therapist, ma'am. Narcissism endurance. There are no miracle fixes for a narcissistic relationship. The problem with leaders who don't understand narcissism. When you give narcissism an inch, they take a mile. Scapegoating grief in narcissistic relationship. Then when narcissist takes, I'm not even reading one after the other. I'm actually changing lines because all of the titles include the word narcissism. And there's like at least 200 videos here, man, and they're all about narcissism. You know, so I'm feeling like this. Well, here we go. There's a different one. Thank you for, I made it to 500 subscribers. Thank you. Well, that's freaking different. For that was different. Okay, now that one really got to me. I mean, it's from 6 months ago, but it popped up in my timeline, and I found it to be kind of weird. I mean, okay, the name of the video is The Narcissist's Eyebrows. I mean, the eyebrows of the narcissist, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding? Let's see. I can't even stomach her videos for some reason. Maybe, Well, first of all, the thing is, I don't think she's a real psychologist. I think she's a fraud. I think she's bullshitting. I would be very surprised if she actually has any degree in psychology at all. I think she's fucking lying. I mean, she's very insulting towards the supposed victim. I mean, like, the way that she talks about her patient or her intermediate uh, is very hurtful. You know, like, it's very mean spirited. Like, you know, like I'm listening to a video. I'm like the scapegoat is somebody very weak, very very easy target. You know, kind of shit. And the person's skinny. Man, I don't know. You made me feel self conscious. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really feel that way, to be quite honest. But that's kind of weird because the thing is, the reason why I still feel like that's bullshit is because I do understand that people lie a lot and they don't like people that shine better than them or that look better than them. People straight up don't like that shit, right? People that shine, that have a head on their shoulder, most people have a problem with people like that, bro. But so I don't see myself as the weak one. I think weak people gang up on me. That's what I think. And that's mostly what happens. Weak people gang up on me. It's not me that's weak. It's the people ganging up on me that's weak. That's why they gang up on me, because they're too weak. They can't do shit about me. They don't know what to do about me. They can't do shit to me. They can't even hurt me. You know? So it's kind of very offensive to call me, even if I'm a scapegoat, right? Or any scapegoat for that matter. You're not a scapegoat because you're weak. You're a scapegoat because you're a threat. You know, you're a threat. You're a difficult person to get rid of. If it's like being in the mafia, right? If you're in the mafia and you're a made man, right? Take that as an analogy. People can't just walk up to you and take you out, bro, because you're a made man. You're a boss. You can't just walk up to the guy and whack him. If you do that, you're gonna get whacked, and you're gonna get your whole family whacked, and you're gonna get all your family's family whacked, and your family's whacked, right? So you can't just walk up to a made man and do whatever you want. You're gonna get whacked, right? So it's the same thing with real life. There's some people that have this persona or this attitude about them where they're kind of like made men, but in life itself, right? So it's like if you do something to them, you're gonna get whacked. So the only thing you can do actually is slander him, because you can't really attack him. And even slandering at some point, that might get you whacked too if you go too far, right? You know, and so you can't just, and as a psychologist, you can't tell me that you take people in your office and you understand psychology and you understand people. I mean, I'm pretty sure you read some Carl Jung, so some Carl Jung one time, you know, and those lots, and you know, and you blame. So basically, the people that walk into your office, they sit down and tell me, man, I got a narcissist person attacking me, blah blah blah. I got a group of narcissistic people around me and they're attacking me. And so you're sitting there and you'll be like, well, it's because you're too weak. What? I mean, are you fucking serious? Are you this is what you tell your patients? They walk into your office and they'll be like, so it's his fault that everybody else is attacking him. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, man, whatever. Me personally, if this person would walk into my office and would tell me that I have a narcissistic problem, first of all, you call the cops. You know, first of all, call the cops because that's not normal attitude. You shouldn't, just sit there and chill with a bunch of fucking crazy people, and secondly, I would tell you, buy yourself a gun, okay? Walk around with a knife, because it's not a weakness thing. It's not an emotional thing, man. It's these people, whoever they are, these people that are humans, first of all, okay? It's not just because I always talk about Illuminati on my channel, but normal people do that. Like, normal people do that. They do that just because. If you live in like, let's say you're new to the neighborhood, right? You just moved in, right? And it's a close knit community, right? They're gonna do that to you. They're gonna, like, especially if you're not somebody that talks to, like, you don't necessarily like want to make friends and stuff. They'll do that to you. They'll stalk you. They'll try to know what you do. They'll try to know what kind of person you are. They'll try to, they'll do a whole bunch of things, right? They'll stalk you. They'll act like gang stalkers, just like the targeted individuals. But most of the time, in certain areas, like, let's say like a supposed hood area, right, or a bad part of town. Let's not target the hood all the time. Let's just say a bad part of town. These people are uneducated. They don't know anything, so they're gonna act like retards. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but that's what it is, because it doesn't matter if you're strong. It doesn't matter if you beat a couple of them, right? I've beaten a couple people, in my area, in my immediate area, right where I live, right? I've beaten a couple people. I almost broke a guy's door down. And I would I would burn the whole place down, but it's not, they're not doing it because I'm weak. They're not doing it because I'm skinny. They're doing it because they're dumb. They're dumb people, and they don't like people that are more beautiful. They don't like people that have more knowledge. They don't like people that are men. They don't like people that are women. They don't like people that are well-mannered. They don't like people that have something special about them, especially if you have something special about you, because these people are uneducated. They didn't have a mom. They didn't have a dad. So you can't tell me somebody that has severe trauma as seeing his mom getting beat up by his dad, and because that makes you weak. It makes you weak. If your mom used to get beat up all the time by your dad, you're weak. You're fragile, right? Your conscious of life is fractured, right? Like, you don't trust people. You don't. So you can't look at the scapegoat. The person that you should have in your office is the narcissist, not the person that's considered the scapegoat, because there's nothing wrong with the scapegoat. There's nothing wrong with him, man. Like, he shouldn't even be in your office, bro. He should be calling the cops or something like that, right? But people like that or they're weak people. They're weak-minded, and it's not necessarily their fault. Because like I said, if you see your mom getting beat up by your dad and he's like 200 pounds of pure muscle and you're like 6 years old, all you're seeing is a fucking monster who's smashing your mom's face in, right? So you grow up with that shit and you think that you're tough because now, even though you never fought your dad, but you fight other people because that put a little bit of rage in you, and maybe one day you're gonna fight your dad and shit like that, and yada yada, and then they're gonna make a Hollywood movie of your life and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But in reality, you're weak because your sense of reality is completely shattered by something traumatizing like that, bro. Like, your psyche is broken, right? So that's why you gang up on people that you feel are more beautiful than you, because you're telling to yourself, well, this person doesn't have that problem, so I hate him because he doesn't have that problem, right? But you don't know the person. You have no idea if he doesn't have that problem. He might have that problem. You don't know. You don't care because your psyche is broken. So you're not thinking straight. This is why these people do things like that. And then they find other people that's their psyche is just as broken as theirs, or they end up hanging around with people that they feel might be able to protect them. So like that, the same thing won't happen to their face like it happened to their mom's face, right? So they hang around with a bunch of people because they don't want that shit to happen to their face. And they feed off of each other. So now they're walking around town, and you're the new guy, you walk into town and you're the new guy. So guess what? What's gonna happen? And you have a head on your shoulder or something or whatever, man. You're just chilling, right? So you're just chilling. And these guys, there's 5-6 of them, you know, their psyche is messed up. They feel like doing something bad. And when they see somebody that has a soul, you know, and smiling, you know, has a soul, and he doesn't look like life completely destroyed them, you know, it hurts. You know, they feel like crying inside. And since, you know, they see you, they feel like crying. So they're not gonna cry in front of you. What they're gonna do is they're gonna try to beat you up, or they're gonna try to name you names. You know, well, I wouldn't go as far as saying beat you up, but you know, it happens sometimes, man. It does happen. You know, it doesn't happen to me, but I know some people it does happen. So they feel like crying, but instead they're not gonna cry. They're gonna lash out. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna make plans to hurt you, or they're gonna, you know, they're gonna try to insult you, or they're gonna try to intimidate you and shit like that, bro. But your soul is so, if you're good, if you pour out soul, right? Because in my case, I pour out soul, so you're not gonna want to attack me, right? I already know that, but you're gonna stay from afar, and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna look at my soul, right? And you're gonna feel bad, and it's gonna make you feel bad, and you're gonna try and make yourself feel better by doing something stupid around me, or I don't know. Sometimes people do things I have no idea of, bro. It's like the other day I heard some people saying like my spider senses was tingling, and I heard there was supposedly this story that I had AIDS. So somebody's probably out there telling girls that I have AIDS or something. You know, I don't know who it is. If I see him, I'm gonna punch his fucking teeth in. But, you know, or maybe not. But, you know, apparently somebody's saying that I have AIDS. I'm not sure. It's just I heard through the grapevines that some story was going on like that. The reason why that's happening is because of my soul. It's too beautiful. It's too uncorrupt, you know, and you can see this thing. Like humans, especially kids that were hurt when they were children, the more hurt you were as a child, the higher the probability that you're going to see somebody's soul shine. Because you're in the dark, right? Your psyche is broken. You're in the sunken place. In the sunken place, any light that goes through shines like crazy, right? So I could have a normal light compared to somebody else, but to you that's not used to being in the light or having a light shine around you, it's gonna be blinding, right? And you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna mistreat it. You're not gonna want to have something like that. It's gonna make you go crazy, right? So all I'm saying is, okay, I'm being a little bit, I'm doing a little bit of parapsychology here, and I'm not doing it on purpose. But the thing is because it's a very dangerous game that this Dr. Ramani is playing, because if normal people are walking into your office and there's nothing wrong with them, you know, and you're telling them it's because they're too skinny, it's because they don't eat enough, and you know, they don't look pretty enough, or you know, they're not smart enough, or it's shit like that, that's insane. Somebody should revoke your license. If you actually have a psychologist eye license, somebody should revoke your license. You should go home and go to sleep and think about what you did. You need a fucking timeout. You need the timeout. You need to go to your room, put your license on the table, go home, go to your room, and think about what you did. That's what she needs to do. This is nonsense. This is complete fucking nonsense. And there's like, she has like at least 400 videos talking about fucking narcissism, bro. Like, what is your obsession? Why are you always talking about narcissism? You're gonna tell me that's the only problem in the world right now is narcissism? I mean, like, you know, anyway, this is not coming from a place like I'm a narcissist, but I don't have that much power. I can't do the shit that she says. You know, I don't have flying monkeys. Like, she talks about flying monkeys. The narcissist is gonna get nice. There's flying monkeys out here right now, which is called a neighborhood, which she's probably part of. You know what I mean? In your neighborhood, people in the neighborhood, you can consider them as flying monkeys, especially if you're new to the neighborhood. They are flying. To you, they're flying monkeys. To each other, they're normal. But to you, since you're new in the neighborhood, they are flying monkeys, bro. And you know, the thing is, the sad part is, you know, it's not even about seeing, you know, who's an enemy. Like, I don't want to say, like, if you, it's not normal to walk into a new neighborhood and people already see you as an enemy, right? That's when you know that, okay, this part of town is, okay, nah, I have to go to a better part of town. This part of town is no good, right? Because it's just not normal. It's unnatural. You know, if you walk into a neighborhood and people see you like that, and they treat you like that, they're too hurt. There are people that were too hurt. Maybe some of some of their friends got shot and they died. You know, they're too hurt. They're incapable of life. They're in the sunken place, and you shouldn't be there. You know, they can't follow you. Even if you see them hurting and you would like to help them, don't. It's not your job, bro. Like it's not your place to do that. They can go to therapy. People like that, one day they'll go to therapy. Everybody has their life. Like, most people end up going to therapy anyways. As soon as they hit 30, most people go to therapy. So they can act tough all they want, but when they're gonna hit 30, they're gonna be crying to go to therapy. Trust me. You know what I mean? Trust me. And most people do. Most people that, especially people that was in bad neighborhoods, in bad parts of town, when they hit 30, they want to go to therapy because they can't handle all this pain anymore, right? All this emotional pain, all this emotional baggage, they can't handle it anymore, bro. Like, it doesn't matter how many people you shot or how many guns you had or how many drugs you took. It doesn't matter. When you hit 30, it doesn't matter no more, man. You're tired. Especially if you actually did have trauma in your life, you go into therapy. 30 to 35, 30 to 40 years old, you go into therapy. Straight up. Like, with the quickness, bro, like, you can't. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. So you can't just insult people like that and tell them, you know, they're too skinny, they're too weak and shit. Like, that's why people, that's not true. People attack strong people. Why would you need a gang of people to attack somebody that's weak, right? If you gang up on somebody, it's because you know one-on-one that person's gonna slap the ever-living taste out of your mouth. Or that person will fucking kill you. So you're not gonna go attack him by yourself. You're gonna take a gang of people and you're gonna make sure that he can't retaliate because there's too many people. I've fought gangs before, like waves of people. Like, I've fought like fucking, what's the name of that game again? Dynasty Warrior. Bro, I fought waves of people, bro, just like Dynasty Warrior, man. Like, you just killing people 100 by 100. Yeah. That shit's for real, man. That's stupid shit. It's stupid shit. So it's not, and people, so it's not you're not getting attacked because you, and people do that shit to me. A guy is not afraid of anything. People will still come at me, bro. They will still insult me, man. Like they still insult, even though I'm not afraid of anything. Like I will show up at your door. I will break into your house. I will kill your dog. I will do a whole bunch of shit, and people still treat me like that, right? Like the scapegoat. Even so, it's not. They're not doing it because they're weak. Because you're weak. They're doing it because they're stupid. They're stupid people. They're jealous of your light. They're jealous of your intellect. They're jealous of, I don't know, they're jealous of your car. Maybe you have a really nice car. They're jealous of your shoes, your running shoes. Maybe you have like custom made running shoes. They're jealous of your business. They're jealous of your educational level. And especially in bad parts of town, because big parts of town, it's very rare that you can see all of that in big parts of town. If you see something like that happening in a big part of town, you should definitely call the cops. At least in the bad area, it's just because they're jealous. But if something like that's happening to you and you live like in New York City, then like in the middle of New York City or the middle of Montreal, the middle of like a really big city and shit like that's going on, you need the police. You need to call an investigator because that shit runs deep, bro, because that's not normal. But if you live in a small town or a bad area, I would consider calling the cops if you live in a small town too, because that shit's not normal. And if you live in a bad area, just move. Just move. Like, they're just jealous, bro. Like, that's all it is, man. They just hurt kids. They're just little kids. That's all they are, man. Like, like they're kids. They can't talk. Most people in the hood can't talk French or English. They don't know how to speak, bro. Like, so of course they're gonna be jealous. Like, do you think people in the hood can talk like I do? They think they can do these videos, or they can say, oh, they can reanalyze analyze a psychologist, man. Just move, nigga. just move, bro. Like, so I don't know, like if people in the hood don't know that this person's a fake, I know it because the person's a fake because I'm educated, right? Like, I'm smart, I'm a genius. I'm borderline genius. I can see through the bullshit, right? But most people aren't built like that, and it doesn't matter if you're just trying to help, because it fucks with them. Because maybe how it feels to have a genius around. It feels like shit, because you feel like shit because you're kind of like, well, if my dad didn't used to beat the shit out of my mom when I was a kid, maybe I could have turned out like you. That's how it feels like. So all these people that don't like you, right, that use you as a scapegoat, that's what they see. They see the missed opportunity, the person that they could have been if they weren't messed up in the head. Narcissism. This person's talking about narcissists all the time. I don't think she's talking about any of these people. I don't think she's talking about the neighborhood, because that's normal, by the way. Like I said before, a small neighborhood where everybody talks to each other and you're new, of course they're gonna do that to you, man. Especially if they're not very friendly. Because like my neighborhood, people aren't friendly here. They aren't friendly, and even when they're trying to be friendly, it's awkward because they don't know how to talk French or English. They have no conversation. They have no subject of conversation, man. Like, and the worst part is, like, I even try to reach them on their level, and even that doesn't work. Like, like I can talk about drugs too. You want to talk about drugs? I can talk about drugs all day, man. All day. I can talk about drugs all day, bro. Like, so I don't know, but they're too hurt. It's not that. That's the problem. It's not the subject of conversation. That's the problem. It's my face, right? Like I'm a very strong person. You know, I've saved a couple people. I've saved a couple girls from some situation. I've saved a couple guys from getting robbed. You know, I did a lot of shit. I did a lot of things, man. I made a little bit of money in the streets. I opened up a couple businesses. I helped a couple businesses. I've seen a couple things here and there. I saved a couple people here and there. So when they look at me, because the streets know. The streets know everything. So when you know who I am. So it's not my face, because I'm not that pretty, because I got scars all over my face and shit, and I got blemishes and scars all over my face. But it's not the face, my physical face that you're looking at. It's my perpetual face. It's the face of the guy that did the things. You know, when they say that this guy loses face, he lost his face or something like that. That's the face that these people are looking at, and they don't like looking at that because it makes them feel bad. It makes them feel bad because they didn't do that shit. And maybe they don't wish to do that shit, but I'm here, so it reminds them of the shit that they didn't do. You know, I'm not glad that this happens, but it kind of in some shape or form, it kind of makes me feel good when it happens, because you're telling me that I'm better than you. You know, because if you didn't do that to me, I wouldn't pay no attention to the deeds that I have done, you know. So you giving me your attention and showing me that those deeds were important enough for you to be like pissed off enough to, you know, try to intimidate me or do certain things, that shows me that I'm special. So in the shape, in the back of my mind, I'm kind of grateful that it happens, because I'm like, well, at least somebody noticed my greatness, you know. At least somebody knows that I was here, you know, because not everybody knows what you did. Like, the streets know who you are, but regular people that go to work, they don't know shit. like, like they don't know anything, right? Like, they don't know anything. They don't, and most people stay very far away from the street as much as possible. So most people are walking around town, walking over heroes and important people, and they don't know, right? Me, I don't like not knowing. I don't like not knowing. So that's why I always have one ear to the street and another one, you know, I don't want to not know, bro. Like, if a hero is walking downtown, I want to know who he is, you know. Like, I don't want to go shake his hands and everything, but I want to be like, oh yeah, cool. At least I saw him. That's cool, man. You know, like that's nice. You know, at least I saw him. You know, I heard about the guy, but I never saw him before. I didn't even know I would have the chance to see him before. I could have went my whole life without ever seeing this guy's face, but I actually saw him once, at least. And I'm not gonna walk up to him and fucking shake his hand and shit. Fuck that. What? I look like a fucking simp. But, you know, I'm not your fucking fan, dude. But I still respect you. I still respect the fact that you're you, man. And I find it cool. I fucking saw you. I'm starstruck, guy. I got ego, so I'm not gonna go and shake your hands and be like, you know, fuck out of here, man. And I don't think somebody like that would appreciate that. I wouldn't. And I find it fucking weird. Like I had people try to shake my hands. I had people try to shake my hand. I fucking hate that shit, man. Like, at some point I was like, yo, bro, the next guy try to shake my hand, I'm gonna slap him in the face. I'm gonna punch him in the face. like for real, bro. Like, stop trying to shake my fucking hands, man. Like, you know, what the fuck? You know, that's just fucking weird, man. You know, I find it disrespectful at some point. Like, why are you trying to fucking shake my hands all the fucking time? Like it's making me nervous. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like squeezing my hands together. Like, just thinking about it makes me queasy. You know, like, what is that, man? Like, ugh. You know, makes me nauseous. Anyway, so like Dr. freaking Ramani something, you need to go back to school. You need to go back to freaking school, man. You need to go back to school and stop telling people lies and bullshit, and at least change subject, for Christ's sake. You have like 1,000 videos talking about narcissism, man, and you're insulting the victim of the narcissism. You're not even, you're not even talking about the narcissist itself. You're talking about the victim of the narcissism. And that's just mean spirited, you evil little woman. You should be locked up in jail or something. Seriously. Seriously, you should be locked up in jail. You should give back everybody their fucking money. You thief, liar, profane, heretic. You should give back people their money, man. Like, that's just crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff, man. I can't even believe that. So let's listen to this garbage for 2 seconds, man. The narcissist and its eyebrows. The freaking narcissist eyebrows. The eyebrows of the narcissist, dude. The eyebrows of the narcissist. The eyebrows. Are you fucking serious? I mean, like, come on. The eyebrows of the narcissist. Really? That's
people really put a lot of.
Yeah. I'm not gonna listen to the whole fucking thing. It's complete garbage. I'm not listening to that. I'm not doing that. If you guys want to go see that, Dr. Ramani, what's up with the narcissist's eyebrows? I don't know. You tell me. I have no idea. The narcissist's eyebrows. Right. Anyway.
Their eyebrows. The researchers cropped the picture so they didn't show clothing or any other adornment. It was almost like this. The people in the pictures weren't wearing any makeup.
And the worst part is, wait a minute. The worst part is, like, I've watched a couple videos, and not once does she mention that the narcissist could have been, could have had some, some trauma in his life, and that's the reason why he does these things. And I've never really heard that. And the people around the narcissist might have the same problem, and that's why she doesn't talk about location. She doesn't talk about like status and location and things like that. She just goes straight in, and you're weak, and you're pathetic, and you're a small person, and you're a bitch. And that's basically what she says. And now she's talking about the fucking eyebrows. So let's just listen to this shit right here, man.
Then like I said, they showed those unadorned photos, like I told you already, to those people and asked them to rate the pictures. Overall, there were more pictures of women than men, and the researchers were aware of that.
I'm not looking at her face.
The original time they asked them to show up. Now, one of the author's ideas for why they got the research findings they did is because eyebrows are so distinctive and so recognizable. They're actually a pretty important feature on our face, that grandiose narcissists may actually have a preference for more distinctive eyebrows, and as a result may put more time and effort into maintaining and shaping their eyebrows. So when you think about it, people really put a lot of eyebrow time in. It's almost like putting on makeup without putting on makeup. It's kind of like a baseline cosmetic enhancement because you've done something beforehand. Even if your face isn't done, your eyebrows would be ready to go. The authors also cited literature, other people's research, that indicated that eyebrows are actually a significant part of how we assess how attractive someone is, which in turn will impact something like dating. And since narcissists are a lot better at getting the partners they want, and they really, really want to win, they may actually be a bit more invested in eyebrows that matter. Now, what was really fascinating was that the authors even manipulated the faces. They moved the eyebrows that were on the more narcissistic faces to the faces of other people who didn't have the high narcissism scores, right? So they just wanted to see if it was the eyebrows that were doing it. And at the end of it all,
What?
It was those eyebrows. So even when they moved those narcissistic eyebrows, as it were, it was the eyebrows that consistently cued grandiose narcissism. Then they called those non-narcissistic faces narcissistic when they put the narcissistic eyebrows on those other faces. So it makes sense. They took the narcissistic eyebrows, photoshopped them, put them onto the other faces that were less narcissistic by the test, and those faces then got rated as more narcissistic. There was no other facial feature that mattered. Not eyes, not noses, not the sharpness of cheekbones, not the fullness of lips. It was all about the eyebrows. I found this fascinating. I read the study a couple of times. I was like, really? Now, the researchers determined that this finding actually was much more statistically strong when they used images of women. That women's eyebrows mattered a bit more.
Okay, I can't listen to this garbage, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to. I already clicked on it when she was talking about women. I don't want to simp. I just can't listen to this shit, man. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, hold up, man. Like, let's see. Okay, is there something else that we can have here, man? This is. I hope one day she's gonna look back at her life and she's gonna realize how horrible of a person she was. And when she does that, I hope that her life changes for the better. That's what I hope. I hope she looks back at what the fuck she's doing right now. She's like, man, I was some dumbass bitch. I don't know what the fuck my problem was. What the fuck was I doing? Was I drunk? I need to change right now. Pardon my language. But come on. I mean, like, come on. You're talking about yourself. I was a stupid bitch. I don't know what my problem is. I'm not calling her bitch. I'm just saying she's saying that to herself. She can say that to yourself. You can say that to yourself. Me, the only problem I have with this is that her whole channel is basically a big ass fraud. That's what my problem is, and that's what I don't like, because I'm not a scammer. You know, I'm not a scammer, and it bothers me to see this, man. I don't scam people. I don't scam people. Like, you can call me a fraud. You can call me a narcissist all you want. You can do all kinds of shit, but I'm not a scammer. I don't scam people. I don't scam people. You know, if I'm gonna steal money, I'm gonna go steal it in the bank. I'm not gonna steal. I'm not gonna walk into your house and steal the money from your safe, unless you have a lot of money. You know, because there's a certain amount of money where, you know, if you steal from that guy, it's like you're stealing from a candy store. You know, like, it's irrelevant. You're not a civilian anymore. You're basically a piggy bank. You know, you're a rainy day check. Right? You know, so I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But seriously, I mean, you know, shit, I'm not a scammer, man. I don't scam people, bro. Like, because you're hurting people that don't need to be hurt here, man. Like, and I can't be on your side when you're talking about somebody that potentially is a very great person, like, potentially is something that the world needs, that potentially, and when you're enabling the narcissist, the real narcissist, to act like that with somebody, like, and now putting the narcissist in its place, you're messing up, man. You're a complete fraud. You should stop your channel. You should shut down. This channel should shut down, like, immediately. You should leave the fucking. You should stop with your fucking media pollution right now. Because she's basically an Illuminati. Like, she's basically Illuminati, bro. Like, this is fucking pollution, man. Like, this is pollution, bro. Like, I would like, instead of, like, if you're a scapegoat, like she said, come meet me. Come talk to me, bro. Because you're probably a lot cooler than you think. Yeah, and that one of the reasons why some of these things are happening is probably because you're a cool person. Like you're an enjoyable, like people would enjoy being around you. So come talk to me, cause I'm like you. Okay, I'm a cool person, right? I'm not a good person. I'm a cool person because remember I'm a narcissist, but that doesn't mean you can't talk to me, man. Like narcissist is just narcissism. She's fucking crazy. This fucking person is insane. Like narcissism just means like you just you have a little bit, yeah, you have a dissociative personality trait. That's all it is. You're not psychotic, bro. You don't want to kill nobody. You don't want to hurt anyone, bro. You blank out sometimes. Like there's certain people it's not like you care about, like I can't remember names, right? That's what being a narcissist is, right? Like if you could repeat your name 3,000 times, I'm not gonna remember it. Like I will forget your name. And it's literally very hard. It's like being retarded. I'm not even kidding. It's like being retarded. You can tell me your name like at least 5 times and I'll have a lot of difficulty remembering it. Like I remember people's names, but it's just my brain doesn't consider your name of any great value. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's actually very frustrating because I live with that all my life, and you're walking and you get jealous. You get jealous because you walk into your job. You walk to your job. You see Jared at your job. No puns intended, but you see Jared at your job. Jared remembers everybody's fucking name, and everybody loves Jared because Jared remembers everybody's name, right? And I can't even remember one person's name at the job, and I'm like, shit, what is this guy's name again? I can't remember. Because I want people to like me, but my brain don't want to register information it considers unimportant, which means anything that doesn't have anything to do with me, or that can't help me, or that doesn't make me anything better than I was before 5 minutes ago, it just doesn't register the information. It literally doesn't care, bro. So people tell me their names and I'm ashamed because I actually like the person, but my subconscious doesn't give a fuck if I like the person or not because I'm narcissistic. So like it just doesn't stay in my brain, and I want to remember the person's name, but I can't, and that sucks. That's what being a narcissist is. It's like having a disease. It's almost like a disease, bro. Like it's just your subconscious doesn't care. You just don't care. It's not a disease. You just don't care about things. You don't care about people. You don't care like anything that is above you. You don't recognize, period. So you can have a narcissist friend. You can have me as a narcissist friend, and I will remember your name. But if you see me like if you see I'm not talking to you, I'm not answering you, bro. Like if you see that I'm blanking out, it's not because I don't care about what you're saying. It's just my subconscious just it's like my subconscious just blanked out. But I still hear you. I still hear what you're saying, and I'll still try to help you. I'll still be your friend. If you ask me for something, I'll try to do my best to help you out. That's who I am. I'm a generous person. I'm a generous person because I'm a narcissist. Because I want you to like me. I don't want you to hate me. I'll do anything for you to like me. You know what I mean, bro? Well, I got that on lock too. But it's part of your narcissistic attitude. You will help people out expecting them to like you, like you're kind of manipulative, so but the thing is it becomes disrespectful when this Dr. Ramani talks about narcissism, because I don't do it on purpose. It's like I don't do it on purpose. It's just I don't like people not liking me, right? Nowadays I don't care, but that's because the only reason why I don't care, why I'm capable of handling the hate, is because I come from a bad side. I come from the bad side. And in the bad side, no one loves each other. Like, we don't love each other, And which is kind of not true because I thought we did. But you have to, you're hanging around people that will rob you at any given time. So you can't really be like, all lovey-dovey and shit. So, being narcissistic in a world like that, you might get abused actually. Like they're and I mean physically abused. Like, some people might think you're gay, and they might be gay, and one thing leads to another. So it's pretty fucked up. But because these guys, like I said, like these guys in these neighborhood, they're not used to people. Like they're treated like dogs when they were kids. Like they were treated like dogs when they were kids. So they act like dogs as an adult, right? They're not used to eating from a plate with a knife and a fork. They're not used to that. They're like dogs. They don't. There's a lot of things they don't understand, right? They don't see it the same way, right? So, me as a narcissist, I want clean things. I want to eat with a knife and a fork because it dignifies me. It makes me feel better. I can look down upon other people while doing it. Like, so to me it gives me power. To them, it doesn't give them power. To them, it shames them. But me, I see it differently. Me, it gives me power because I know something more than you. I things like that, right? But it's not that bad having a narcissist friend like me, bro. It's not that crazy. It's not that insane. It's just you probably should have like this. It's if you're a popular person, you should have a narcissist friend in your group, and not a crazy narcissist like an antisocial sociopath narcissist. That's crazy. That's psychotic shit. All right, this person is just fucking crazy. But a narcissistic person it's nothing, man. Like it's just the person just thinks he looks good and he's self-absorbed. That's all it is. Just self-absorbed. That doesn't make him a bad person. That doesn't mean he's gonna do bad things to you. It doesn't mean this fucking thing. It doesn't mean a fucking thing, bro. But don't fuck around with a narcissist because he can a narcissistic person, speaking from experience, a narcissistic person could probably murder someone without batting an eyelash. Like, to be quite honest, because nothing is important to him. Like, human life is barely important, barely. So I wouldn't I wouldn't act like Dr. Romani. that's all I'm saying. Or act like some of the people that keeps trying to attack you. I mean, like one of these days they're gonna end up on the bad side of that little men that they speak of, and they're already lucky because they already know, bro. Like the reason why they're doing this because they know that you're strong, guy. They know that you're strong, guy. Like, why are they ganging up on you? Like, if you think I'm weak, you're not gonna gang up on me, right? You're gonna attack me by yourself, man, and you're not gonna be afraid to attack me. You're just gonna jump me, bro. Like, I'm strong, man, and I'm strong, and on top of that, if you jump me, something bad is gonna happen. Even if you are capable of jumping me, something bad is gonna happen to you after. So that's why they do that shit, because they don't have that, right? That's why they're in the gang in the first place, because they don't have that kind of protection. Their mind is broken, their psyche is broken. That's why I'm talking about parapsychology, because it's very important. Once as a child your psyche is broken like that, your trust in the world and people is broken like that, you lose a little bit of that protection, which is inherently connected to your imaginative innocence, right? Your imaginative essence and your innocence as a human being and as a child, bro. Like, you lose that, and some people are capable of regaining it. Some people are capable of regaining, but most people they lose it. Once something like that happens, it's gone. So now they have to hang around again because they're not capable of recuperating all that essence and strength, right? Especially when you have somebody at home intimidating you and hurting you every day, and not even hurting you physically, but hurting somebody else that you like or love physically, and you can't do shit about it, right? So they do that, right? They do that to you, and you're like, ah, and that's why it happens, because they're afraid of you, because they're jealous of you, because they hate the fact that you exist. Basically, it bugs them, like because I don't know, maybe they know that it is parapsychology. By the way, it's a little bit paranormal and psychological at the same time, because trust me, they know that they lost the protection. It's not there anymore. You can't. You're in fear too much. You're in fear too much, so you can't feel that. You can't have that protection. You don't have that. Me, I have it. Me, I have that protection. Me, that's why I keep saying I'm a real Mason. I'm a real Mason because fake Masonry exists. The Illuminati exists. The fake Masonry exists. But me, I'm a real Mason because people are kind of like my brothers and stuff, like my brothers and sisters. People, like, it's weird. It's complicated. But that's because I wasn't raised well. It's not that I wasn't raised with that kind of fear, because I had to fight every day when I was a kid. Every day I went to school and I had to fight somebody different. I didn't want to. I guess my family was trying to make me tough. I don't know why. But I always had to fight somebody. So I didn't hate it. I didn't care all that much, And anyway, I didn't really like people in the first place, So it didn't. And that wasn't the problem. I didn't really give a shit. It's not that I wasn't scared, but it didn't affect my innocence. It didn't affect my one-track mind, because I have a one-track mind. That's why somebody that's capable of drawing, especially at a young age, you gotta have a one-track mind. So I was very concentrated. I was very concentrated as a kid. People thought I was slow, but it's because I never talked too much. I don't talk too much, and I don't talk to people and stuff like that. I didn't care about people. And a lot of people, like when I was a kid, people always used to, you're always serious, you're always serious, you're always serious. Whatever. I don't know. So now I started to try and do jokes, because people didn't really like the fact that I was always serious all the time. So I tried to do jokes and stuff and blah 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 blah. So, it's not that I didn't have any trauma as a kid, because that is traumatizing, having to fight. Like, not all kids have to fight people in their school, bro. Like me, it was gladiator fights. It wasn't even, it was straight up gladiator fights. It wasn't like, it wasn't, oh, this guy's bullying me, so I have to fight him. No, it was like, set up a fight, you gotta fight this guy today. And then, like a fucking bulldog, like a fucking dog or something. Like a fucking, like a cage fighting dog. I don't remember how they call those. Anyway, the pit fights, something like that. Anyway, like the chicken fights. Anyway, I forgot the name. But that's what I used to do when I was a kid. I mean, even my own cousin. At one time, it was my own cousin. We went in the house, and I had to fight my own cousin, man. Like, I don't remember who won. But I had to fight my cousin. I was a kid and stuff, man. Like, I always had to fight. So, to me, it ain't nothing. It's not a thing but a chicken wing. I'm built pretty fucking hard. Like, I'm built like a brick. So, that's why I don't understand. That's why I find it disrespect. It hurts me when people talk about my weight and shit, because I've fought so many people and fought so many battles and won so many battles that it hurts when people talk about my weight, because I don't need to gain all that weight, bro. Like, I never needed all that weight, bro. I fought with the same kind of dudes that you're telling me I should look like. I fought with people like that, bro. Like, like, and I was skinnier than what you're seeing now. Like I was skinnier than this. Like I was skinnier than this, bro. And I would fight people like that, bro. Smaller, not even tall. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", bro. I'm barely 5'10". I'm 5'9", and I'm built like a brick, man. Like I'm. You get punched in the face all day and night. You don't give a shit. You know, so you can't tell me it's not because I'm weak, man. Like that, just saying it hurts, right? Like I'm not weak. How can you call me weak? I'm like the strong, probably one of the strongest person you ever met in your entire life, and you call me weak. I mean, like that hurts, man. Like it hurts like crazy, bro. I'm not weak. That's not why. You know it's not why. Why you even say that for? You know that's not the reason why. You know the reason why, but you don't want to say it. You know the reason why, but you don't want to say it. Right? Like, I'm just like these guys. I'm just more educated, but I'm just like them. You know, probably worse. Way worse. And I am worse because a lot of these guys are good people and they feel like I'm a savage. Like I came, like to them, sometimes the way I act, they feel like I came out of the woods, which I actually did because I used to live in the country with a bunch of crazy white people. You know, I used to live in the country with a bunch of crazy white people. So there's certain things I say or I'm very dry. You know, I have dry humor and I have a dry way of expressing sometimes, and I'm not very warm either. So I have a very dry way of expressing myself. It's very direct and it's very like to the point, you know. And I try to be warm, but I'm just not used to it. I don't know how to do that correctly, you know, out of practice. But for these people, sometimes they feel like I'm the savage. I think that they're savages, but at the same time, sometimes they feel like I'm a savage, bro. And I understand why, because it's true. Sometimes I do have a very dry way of expressing like very dry, like unappreciative dry, bro. But it's not on purpose. I don't hide from words either, you know. But you know, I try to do my best, you know, but I don't need to do my best against these people, you know. But you know, at the same time, you know, I understand what they mean because I'm very aware that I'm a bit country, and the place that I used to live, I used to fight there too. So I used to fight guys that was bigger than me all the time. You know, over there too in the fucking country, because the fucking country, that's what they do. They get drunk and they fight. So guess what I did? I got drunk and I fought. You know, just like everybody else in the fucking town. You know what I mean? That's what everybody fucking does over there, bro. Like, and I'm still a businessman, but it's just that that's the style of the city. They drink and they fight. You know, so inevitably at some point, if you're drinking, you're gonna end up in a fight. You know, like, whether you like it or not, it's gonna happen. So I come here and I'm expecting the same thing because I know this is an old hood. This used to be a very active place. This used to be a place where people used to sell drugs and blah 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 blah. There's a lot of shit that went down here, man. A lot of fucking shit. There's a lot of shit that went down here, man. And so I expected the same thing. So I used to walk around with a little bit of you know, a little bit of brutish kind of way of walking around. But you know, I don't know, man. I'm still not gonna let down that brutish kind of way because, well, you know, I'm not accepted. Well, you know, they see how special I am, and they can see it. I irradiate the specialness. You know, because people see what you buy when you go to the store, right? You go into the store, you're buying fruits, bad vegetables, you're buying things like, you're buying good things, right? You're buying a bio organic food. You're eating well. You're not eating a lot of meat. You're not buying meat. You know, people see that thing. That's part of your aura too. That adds to your aura too. It adds to your status, right? You're going for the vegan thing. So people see these things and they don't like it because they're not used to it, man. Because they like 3,000 pounds of meat, 3,000 pounds of meat, man. Burgers, you know, shit like that. You know, rice and beans. You know, rice and beans, bro, and all that, right? Like that's what they know. That's what they know. And you see, you walk up in here and you start changing the diet, man. You know, that pisses them off, bro. Because why do you change the diet and why nobody changed the diet in his life? Why didn't somebody change the diet before you came in? What's up with you? What's your deal? Like, what makes you so fucking different to change the diet all of a sudden and nobody else changed the diet before that? What's going on here, bro? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the change. I don't want the change. Get out of here. Or we're gonna chase you out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Because they don't like the change. They don't want the change. They don't want it, and they're in their total rights. They're in their total rights not to want their change. That's their business. There's nothing. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. Just leave them behind. Leave them behind. Period. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do none of that shit. They fucking try to intimidate you. Call the fucking cops. And if you don't have to call the fucking cops, just leave. You're not a cur. You're not a coward. You're not none of that shit. That's bullshit. If you hear people tell you that you're a coward because you left a bad part of town, they're just jealous, man. That person is just like the people you left behind, and you should not talk to this person ever again. Because that's the same kind of folks. People that are jealous of your greatness, because this dude wouldn't have had the gonads to do what you did. Because he'd be scared that people would call him coward. Because he'd be scared that these people would chase him out of town while he's moving his truck. But because he would have been afraid. Because he would have gotten ran over. Did you get run over? No, you're still standing. But are they listening? Even though you're still standing? Even though you proved 10,000 times how brave and how strong you are, bro? Do they love you more or do they hate you more? And you want to fight for what exactly? You want to help? You want to help for what? What are you trying to do? Why you want to help them for? Just leave them behind. I'm not gonna stay here for long. I just came here for business. This is just for business purposes. I would have stayed maybe at some point, you know. But I'm too fast for these people. I go too fast. I know too much. I do too much. So they can't follow me. They don't want to follow me anyway. They don't want to follow me anyway. And I'm not somebody to follow. You're either in it or you're not. I'm a narcissist. I'm not going to teach you shit. No, but I mean, I'm going to teach you, but I'm not going to hold you by the hand. I'm going to tell you to you once or twice. But, you know, that's pretty much it. But basically, you have to keep up. With me, with a narcissist, you have to keep up. Because he's not going to, you know, if you can't keep up, he's going to buy. Just the fuck on out of here, man. You're too slow. That's the difference between a narcissist and the normal person. A normal person is going to take the time and blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. I don't have any patience. I don't have any patience. We gotta go. We gotta get this moving right now. But this is a bad part of town and I shine too much. So I'm not gonna stay here, man. This is temporary. This is a temporary studio. And the same thing, it should be the same thing for you. Wherever you are right now, and those people are acting like that, it's temporary, man. And I know your ego is fighting you and say, man, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna prove that. That's because maybe you don't read enough books, or maybe you don't believe in your true power, or maybe you don't believe that there's a family out there waiting for you, or maybe you don't believe in paradise, or maybe you don't believe that you deserve something good because these people got into your mind so damn bad and made you believe that you were just like them, and now you have Stockholm syndrome and you don't want to leave the place even though you wasn't supposed to stay there in the first fucking place. So now you don't want to leave because they're like leeches and they latch on to your body, right? They latch on to your body and now they don't want to let go, and you don't want to remove the leech off of your body because you think the leech is doing something good for you. You think that's good things. You think you're gonna show that you're brave. You think you're gonna show that you're this and that, bro. It will ruin you. It will ruin you. They will obliterate all your chances at a great life. They will obliterate that shit. Obliterate it. You have no idea what a good life is. You have no idea. If you want to stay in a situation like that's because you never saw anything great ever in your life. I've seen the high life, bro. I've tasted the high life. This is nothing. I've tasted the high life, man. This is nothing. This is nothing. Whatever you're seeing right now is pfft. And I'm not saying that these people can't follow you into the high life too, but it's a lot less worse. You can't just do whatever you want with somebody with that high of a status. I mean, they can barely do anything to you right now. So imagine if you achieve that status. I'm just saying, it's like being a made man. You can't just do whatever you want with a made man. You gotta be strategic about it. And that's what they're doing. That's why we have this Dr. Romani or that guy Terry Joel Jr. and fucking what's his fucking name again? You Breed or something like that. They're all fakes, all covert ops, all you know, trash people that shouldn't be there. I'm more of a psychologist than they are. I don't have a degree in psychology. I don't have a degree in psychology, but I might as well do. You know, because I study psychology a lot. I study psychology a lot. I study men a lot. I study I even look at how they move, you know, why they move the way they move and stuff. You know, like I study psychology. I like studying the brains of people and how the brain works, you know. So I might as well have a degree in psychology. But the one thing is for sure, if you walked into my office, I would never fucking tell you all the crap that she's fucking saying. That's for fucking sure, because it makes no fucking sense. You can't be a scapegoat and you're scapegoats because you're weak or no. The supposed narcissist does not think you're weak. He's attacking you because you're trouble. He's attacking you because you are probably the only one in this direct vicinity that could air him out on his bullshit, or that, you know, or that could basically destroy his shit. So he has to slander you. He has to make you look like you're the bad guy because, you know, you're so strong and you're so smart. Sorry, man, I'm flattering you right now. But you're so strong. But I'm flattering myself at the same time. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm flattering you, but I'm flattering myself because that's what it is. I'm so smart and I'm so strong that the guys already know, like, that I could tear something down. I don't know what they're afraid of me tearing down, but they know. You know, I don't know, but they know, you know. And that's what's important to them, I guess. So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, I wouldn't spend my time, you know, you're in the wrong place. I would send you to a therapist so you could, you know, talk about your emotion, not a psychologist. I would be like, you're in the wrong place. You don't have a mental problem. You don't have a mental problem. You need a therapist. You need somebody to so you can vent and let out all that misplaced anger that these people are putting inside you, because it's not you that's angry. They're putting their anger inside you. They're trying to make you believe things. They're trying to make you believe things. They're trying to make you hurt. You're not hurt. It's not you that has the problem. It's them. Right? You don't have a problem. Right? So what the fuck are you doing in my fucking office? Go to a fucking therapist. Scapegoat is not a psychological problem. Now maybe victim blaming, if you're a person that considers himself a perpetual victim, that's a thing. A perpetual victim is a thing. Somebody that wants to be victimized, like somebody that wants to stay in the victim role because the victim role gives him more power, because they might not be as physically strong as other people, or they might just be fucking lazy. Most of the time, a victim, somebody that victimizes themselves, somebody that plays the victim, is somebody that's super lazy. Like they just don't want to fight for themselves, bro. So it's easier to you know, it's easier to let somebody, you know, put them in the space where they're you know, they're the victim. You know, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Give me a second here, guys. Dr. Romani, I don't know what. That's some crazy nonsense there, man. That is some crazy nonsense. And just like Terry Joel Jr., man, I see you guys are still watching this fucking channel. This guy just told you that, you know, he's soulless. This guy told you he's soulless. Doesn't have any spiritual friends. Doesn't have a spirit. The guy's soulless. He doesn't hang around 1,000 people. He has no friends. You know, or he does have friends, but he doesn't have friends, but his friend's family. He still didn't answer about, you know, the whole, you know, targeted individual friendship thing. I don't know how he got through that, if he did get through it or whatever. You got Dr. Romani talking about people's eyebrows. You know, the fucking eyebrows, man. You know, that's just crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. Crazy nonsense, man. So, you know, it is sad, man. I feel bad for these people, but you know, but they don't want you to feel bad for them, because if you feel bad for them, that means you win. So they don't want you to feel bad for them. But I still feel bad for them, man, because that's just, it's nonsense, bro. Like I know the only reason why you're doing that is because you think I'm better than you. Like, you don't actually think that you're better than me. If you knew that you was better than me, I wouldn't matter to you. Just the fact that I matter to you shows to me that I'm better than you. And I don't even know if it's true that I'm better than you, because I don't know you. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So, Dr. Romani, I hope she sees this video. Do I have a question for Dr. Romani? Yes, I would like to know if she got her fucking psychology degree in a crackerjack box. Secondly, that's the first question. The second question is, why is she always talking about narcissism? I find that super fucking weird. I mean, like, why would you have thousands and thousands of video on narcissism, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you obsessed with narcissists, bro? And a lot of people are talking about narcissism this, narcissism that. Why? What's so appealing about, like, using the word narcissist? Like, it's weird. It's a weird trait, because I always considered myself to be a narcissist, because I believe I'm a god, right? And you have to be a narcissist to be a god, like Narcissus, right? You have to be a little bit narcissistic to be a god. You have to be in love with yourself to be a god. There's no human way of being a god. There's no other human way possible than loving yourself, to even know how it feels to be a god. Just and you know, like, that's the only thing you could do to make you make yourself feel like you're a god, bro. So I always thought about it that way, you know. So it's kind of weird now that I'm hearing narcissism. I mean, it's true that there are sociopaths that are narcissistic and psychotic too, and they will create these events and these things that get at you and stuff like that. But it's just, it sounds weird, you know. The narcissist eyebrows. The narcissist eyebrows. Laughing, laughing and smirking, laughing and smirking narcissist. Laughing and smirking narcissist, the narcissist eyebrows. I don't know, guys. This seems a bit fishy, man. There's definitely something very not right going on here, man. And it's not in my neighborhood. It's on the internet, man. Well, it's in my neighborhood too, but it's on the internet too, man. Like I'm telling you, these guys are gang stalking me even on YouTube, bro. Like I'm getting gang stalked on YouTube by very popular people. Well, very popular. You know, fake popular, but still they have like millions of views, you know, thousands of views. So a lot of people probably saw the fucking video, bro. So these people are making money off of talking about me, man. Come on, the narcissist eyebrows. Come on, you thought about my eyebrows too. I know you did. I'm a narcissist. It's like I can read your mind. If you're thinking about me, I heard you. You know what I mean, bro? If you're thinking about me, yeah, I know you thought about my eyebrows. Laughing and smirking. I always laughing. I always smirking my videos. I don't do it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe I like cracking jokes. Whatever. It's not funny. It's not a funny situation. But you might as well laugh at it than cry about it. You know. So this is very fucking suspicious, man. And I'm right here, guys. And you guys are like, some people are like, yeah, I want some proof, bro. Like it's because you're not. You think I'm kidding, and dude, like that's the proof right there. You want to know I'm a narcissist? I got like, you want to know if I'm a targeted individual? I have the Illuminati targeting me right now on the internet by very popular people, man. Very popular people. Sometimes it's actors. Sometimes actors do things, bro. You know, like it's weird, man. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but I'm starting to think something fishy is going on, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just weird, man. My eyebrows. I know I'm narcissistic, but my eyebrows. I don't have bad looking eyebrows, but it's just, you know, narcissist. Who fucking cares about a narcissist's eyebrows? That's all I'm saying. I mean, why even mention it if you're not targeting somebody? You know, like if you're not talking about someone, why mention something so fucking benign as somebody's goddamn eyebrows? You know, isn't it kind of weird? I mean, it's right. It's sus. It's sus, bro. It's sus. It's very sus. So laughing and smirking. Who else does video where they're laughing and smirking the whole thing, the whole time, and they're saying smart shit and blah blah blah? Like, who else is bothering you that's laughing and smirking? There's nobody else laughing and smirking except me, bro. Come on. The fucking narcissist eyebrows, bro. These people are directly attacking me, man. First of all, everything they say in their goddamn videos make no fucking sense. It makes no goddamn sense. Secondly, some of these fucking things are targeted towards me because of something I did during the week, or they just want people to not like me. So that means, you want to know what that means? That means I'm supposed to be somebody that's on a very grand scale, and they're preparing the terrain for people to reject my coming out. That's what's going on. They know I'm gonna come out soon, and they're preparing people with the false information, so like that they're gonna hate me because of the way I act. Which I'm not gonna change the way I act, because I can't change the way I act. I don't want to. And it would be insincere if I did, and it would result into failure. So damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. But at the same time, I know I have an attitude or a flavor about me that people like. So I'm not really afraid about that. But I will become scrutinized, and I will be hated, because these fucking people are preparing people to hate me for when I'm gonna come out, when I'm gonna be on the grand stage. Because I'm gonna be on the grand stage pretty soon. But now the problem is, because you saw Dr. Ramani say a whole bunch of bullshit about narcissism, you're gonna look at me, hey, he kind of acts like what Dr. Ramani said, so now you're gonna hate me. Or you're gonna try and sabotage me, you thinking that you're fucking Captain America, right? And you're gonna fucking sabotage my shit. Because, Dr. Ramani, I just spotted a narcissist, man. His name is Seth. I'm gonna sabotage his shit. That's what's going on, bro. I'm not even kidding. It's not even fucking funny, bro. These guys have a bunch of views. It's not like little dudes that had like 4 views. It's like big dudes. Well, dudes that have like 25K views, 2K views, 7K views, 4 million, 1 million, talking about me, bro. It's on purpose, man. They know I'm gonna come out soon. They know I'll be out here soon. My time is coming, so they're trying to ruin the fucking thing. They're trying to ruin the thing, bro. They always do that. That's their main shit. They always do that. So just to go about to tell you, like I was saying again, you're worried about these people. Stop worrying about these people. They don't want your light. That's fine. It's their choice. They have the complete right to not want your light. But let me tell you something right here, man. Last summer, while I was doing my radio show, there was at least 3 parties. This year, there was 0 parties, and I shut down my radio show. So there's a major difference. Let that marinate for 2 seconds. The same people that, they don't like your light, they don't like to see you shine, they don't like, everything about you, right? You give them juice, right? You give them juice, right? Because last year, they had enough juice. I was pumping, and I wasn't talking to nobody. But they had enough juice to throw parties. This year, nobody has enough juice to throw a party. And don't tell me it's because of that coronavirus shit. People don't care, because the coronavirus started last year, and people were still throwing parties. So that's BS right there. This year ain't nobody partying, because I'm not pumping juice. I'm not pumping juice. It's not juice pumping time. It's not. It's just not. It's not just pumping. It's just not. Right now I'm doing other things. I gotta do other things. I spent too much time relying on my boyish good looks to get by on my business. So now I have to get a little bit more serious. That's the reason why I'm not doing the radio show. That's the reason why I'm not doing the radio show, you know. So it just goes to show you can. You're not. It's not your scapegoat. It's not because you're weak, bro. It's not because they think that, oh, we're gonna take advantage of him, because that's ridiculous, asinine bullshit from 1956, bro. Like, who the fuck gave you a goddamn psychologist license? Are you kidding? Where do you come for that nonsense? Where do you come for with that nonsense? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Bro, they're attacking you because they know that they know whatever you know. They might not know everything you know, but they know something about what you know, and they know that you know the thing. That's why. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. It could be your beautiful eyebrows. It could be your it could be your beautiful eyebrows, bro. It could be your t-shirt. It could be anything. It shines. If it's nice, it looks good, it looks like it has soul, it looks like it has spirit, that's enough for you to get bullied. That's enough for you to get bullied. It's enough for you to be intimidated, to get them to try and intimidate you. As long as the thing has soul, that's enough for some people. For some people, that's enough. Just you having soul. That's all it is. Doesn't need to be more than that. So anyway, like I tell you, man, like, these people are not gonna stop me. And I already like most of them don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it. Me, I'm seeing people on the grand scale. I'm seeing this, they're going grand scale level. So that means I'm coming out soon. And when I'm gonna come out, these people are gonna start hating. The Jacobins, the Illuminati, they're gonna start hating. Because I'm a king. Because I'm royalty, because I'm gonna put some form of patriarchy or some form of matriarchy back into the system, and they don't want that happening, because that's the kind of person I am. I believe in hierarchy. I believe in order. I don't believe in chaos. If I create chaos is to have order. Like right now, I'm creating chaos, but it's to have order, because this is chaos. Because if you believe me, if enough of you guys believe me, this is gonna create chaos, because the power is gonna go back into your hands. So whatever their shit they're doing, it's not gonna work anymore, and everything's gonna go haywire. And what is that gonna do? That's gonna put back order into things. Because you'll be able to see through the lies. You'll be able to use your eyes for the first time in your life, which a lot of people haven't done yet. A lot of people haven't used their eyes. A lot of people are still walking around with their eyes closed. And they think they're seeing, but they're not seeing anything. Just like the Dr. Romani something. So you better prepare. Prepare for my arrival. Because they're ready for my arrival. So you got to prepare for my arrival, man. And they're ready. They're already, laying the groundwork. All them narcissist videos and all that. That's for me. All for little old me. All them fake targeted individuals, all those fake videos about targeted individuals, all the people in the streets acting like a bunch of fucking flying monkeys, all that shit. That's just for me, bro. Just for me. Just for me. So that means I'm gonna be something magnanimous. Like, of an intense magnitude, bro. I'm gonna be something of an intense magnitude. Even I don't completely understand it. Even I don't understand it. And I know some of you guys are listening to this shit and your blood is boiling right now. Or you're crying. It's either you're crying or your blood is boiling. It's one of the two. But hey, man, you get it how you live in life. You could choose. You have. I gave you all the information you needed. I gave you all the chances you needed, all the information you needed, and you still chose to remain jealous, and you still chose to remain the person that you are right now, right? So you don't, it's not my fault. It's you chose this. You chose to live, to be who you are. It's not me. I didn't make the choice for you, right? You made the choice. It was nobody else. God didn't make the choice. Satan didn't make the choice. I didn't make the choice. Your parent didn't make the choice. You are choosing to be who you are right now. Whoever you are right now, you're choosing to be that person. Just like I'm choosing to be the person that I am today. That person that's going to be greater than anything you've ever seen before in your life, right? I still have a little bit of difficulty accepting it because I've never seen something of that magnitude. For somebody, I don't know who's the last person that was this big. Elvis, Michael Jackson, Jesus of Nazareth. Hold up, give me a second here. Yeah. So, as I was saying, I've never seen something at that scale. Like we're talking about, like Michael Jackson. We're talking about Bruce Willis. We're talking about Elvis. The Beatles. Bigger than that. This is what we're talking about right now, man. To build or reform that huge for somebody to contain somebody's imagination or contain somebody's persona or way of thinking, all that just to stop one person, that means that person, whoever you are, you're bigger than life. I don't think anybody's bigger than me. I'm thinking like I might be the biggest out here. I might be wrong. But that's just how I think, But this is pretty big. Like I'm telling you, like Dr. Romani, 4.1 billion views talking about narcissism. She's talking about me. She's not talking about narcissism. She's talking about me, bro. No one's talking about narcissism. Every time you see somebody talk about narcissism, they're talking about me, guy. It's a personal fucking attack. Every fucking time. Okay, well, maybe not every time, but most of the time, it's an attack. Targeted individuals talking about narcissism and stuff like that. Stop listening to what's a New Breed. You guys are still listening to New Breed, bro. The worst of the worst. This guy is soulless. You can see in his face this guy has no soul. He's dead. He's dead. He's a fucking walking zombie, bro. You can see the fear in his eyes. You can see the fear in his eyes. You can see the worriness. He's reading the script. He's reading the script, bro. You can see the worriness. You can see he's not here, bro. He's in fear. He's shaking all the time. He's shaking all the time, bro. The other guy, the blah, 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 Joel, come on. Give me a break. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything. Are you fucking serious? Who's the one giving you the real weapons here, bro? Why are you following fake leaders? They're not going to give you anything. Why are you following fake leaders? That's my question. My question to you is, why are you following fake leaders? What the fuck do they have that I don't? Right? Don't tell me fucking money. I'm pretty sure they ain't got no money. Don't tell me they ain't got no. Don't tell me they got money. I don't think they got money, bro. So what are you looking for when you're looking at these people? what are you looking for when you're looking at these people? Because the only person you need to look at is me. There is none above me. There is no other above me, bro. Does that remind you of somebody? There will be no other than I. No, but seriously, you're looking in the wrong places. You're looking in the wrong place for psychological advice. You're looking in the wrong places for spiritual advice. You're looking in the wrong places for a lot of things. I got this all here, right here, man. Years of studying. Years of studying, man. Years. Experience and study. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Why would I waste my time bullshitting you? Shit. I just opened my channel. So if you walk in right now into my channel, you're walking into the perfect time. Because when you first walk into somebody's channel, when the person first opened the channel, that's always the time where he's not saying bullshit, because he doesn't owe anything to anybody and he wants to build his brand, right? So why would I lie to you right now? Like, the worst thing I could do for my brand and my company would be lying at this stage. If I'm going to lie to you, I'm going to lie to you later, not right now. Think about it for a second. With that said, this video is too damn long. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, man. Peace out. And don't forget to subscribe. And Dr. Romani, if you watch this video, I think you're a fraud. I would be very surprised if you aren't. But I'm willing to accept if I'm wrong. I'm willing to accept that I've made a mistake, if I did a mistake. But I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure you're a fraud. And anyway, it's kind of obvious, unless you have an obsession with narcissism, then I'm pretty sure you're a fraud. Peace out.